watching the Battered Fans Network.
Colombia is through, and we still got one game in the group to go. Colombia's looking good. Welcome to Los Cafeteros. I am Mr. Granada. I don't know why I said Mr. Granada. I'm feeling like a teacher. I was back at work today. Xavier, how you doing, sir?
Muy bien. Doing great, man. Happy with what I've seen so far.
Jorge.
I'm doing good, man. I'm good. We're moving on. Survive in advance.
We beat Congo 1-0 last night. I thought that we looked, obviously, the more dominant team. It sucks that we only able to put one. I mean, Luis Diaz had a couple taken back. The Congo keeper kept us out of goal quite a bit. But we got that one.
What's his name again? Mbasi, something?
I'm not sure. But
fantastic. Why is it that in this World Cup, like, no-name keepers are having outrageous games of their lives? Because the keeper saved 4 or 5, solid goals. And then not to mention that goal that Luis Diaz scored legit, and they called a foul on him when he didn't even touch the guy.
Basi Zau is the keeper's name.
He played an amazing game. He might never play a game like that again.
Well, Camilo Vargas, which I've been really down on, also played himself a really good game. Not really good, but he had some crucial saves late in the game, which kept us with the lead. Colombia, I thought that everybody on the pitch looked pretty good outside of Luis Suarez. I thought everybody looked good yesterday.
Wait. What do you mean outside of Luis Suarez?
I thought Luis Suarez looked poor yesterday.
He's the only one, according to FOTMOB, that has like the lowest rating.
Oh, okay, there you go. You thought Luis Suarez looked good yesterday? I think Luis Suarez is the one down fall to this team so far in the World Cup. I don't think he's good.
What opportunities did he get? Which ball did he get clearly to get a shot on goal?
He didn't find himself in any position to be dangerous at all. He didn't deliver any balls to anybody to make any creative chances. And that ball was moving yesterday. I understand that Congo was giving them the ball and they were moving it around, but I felt like everybody was moving, finding spaces, creating chances for themselves or others, and I didn't see Luis Suarez doing anything.
I didn't think he did bad. I think that he softened them up for Cordoba when he came in to finish them off. I think he's fine. He's okay. We don't have much else. We really don't have much else.
No, Cordoba I thought looked good when he came on.
Maybe flip him, start Cordoba, and then bring him in, perhaps to change the pace.
Would have been nice to see Cucho also.
I was just about to say that you could have just kept Cucho rolling with the momentum that he
Cucho as a 9, can he move as much as this guy and do as much stuff? Maybe it's worth a shot, right? This last game.
No, but momentum is big right now. If you got momentum, ride it.
Look, when Cucho used to play for Columbus, he used to play at the striker. He used to move out wide. He was interchangeable. He would play everywhere up in the attack. He is versatile. I would love to see Cucho there. And again, I'm trying not to kill Luis Suarez, but he hasn't looked good. And I thought yesterday, out of everybody, he was the one to me that looked the poorest. I thought everybody else looked really solid. And again, that move was stop picando. That ball was moving everywhere.
Yeah. Can Xavier finally? What are you talking about? I've been super positive about the team. I've been super positive about the team. I mean, we did it here, right? We picked them to go to the finals against Spain. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but no, I'm always positive with the team. I'm always positive with Colombia, but you know what? I'm extra positive right now because of this game. We saw a good game. We saw some good things, like we said, right? There was grit, there was intensity stuff in the first match. Now we got this, and I think even a higher level. We got that consistent high pressure, which is one of the things that maybe that's what it is. I analyze and I criticize certain things, like the lack of intensity and aggressiveness. But in this game, man, Colombia looked like anytime Congo had the ball, they were going 2-3 guys swarming, trying to get that ball back. And that has not always been a tendency for Colombia. And I love it. I love that. We're shooting from outside, right?
And that's what I was going to say, because we've seen so many instances this World Cup, this last 2 weeks, where the team that, I mean, I don't want to talk too bad about the teams, but like the one that you consider like the underdog, this is the best way to put it. The underdog is playing a low block. They're playing for a draw. They're just trying to hold on, make sure that they play the counter. And the other team is just confused. They're just passing the ball back and forth, just trying to figure out how to get in there. Colombia, they were making line-breaking runs. They were over the top. They were taking shots from outside the box. I thought they looked so good, despite only having one goal. I thought they looked so fluid. I thought the running into spaces, creating chances. I thought the timing on the passes, a couple offsides that were called against us, one maybe really close. All things considered, I thought that they played a really good game, even despite the fact that they only scored one goal.
I hate the arm offside. I hate that. Like your
terrible.
arm. That's the worst.
Terrible.
My understanding was that if it's not part of the body that you can use, unless I guess they count that
you can use,
you can technically use up to like the
shoulder.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever.
And I mean, like, look, the stats kind of back up what everything that we saw. 64, 20 total shots we took. 20 total shots versus their 7.
That's
so
fantastic.
Like, that's fantastic. I mean, like, you would hope that some of these get more put into target, and like
look at Soccer City. He's the one that he's throwing some relaxed weak opponent. I don't know. Congo's not a weak opponent.
And to be fair, Congo kept Portugal out.
I mean, they tied Portugal.
And Portugal also had some opportunities, but not as many as Colombia created yesterday.
No.
I thought Colombia looked much better against Congo than Portugal did. And Colombia, I think, just this tournament, again, 2 opponents that they should beat, but still, they've looked very good. They've looked good. And I'm really curious to see how they look on Saturday.
Congo is at the point that if they come in as a third-place team, let me tell you, it's one of the teams that none of those other first-place teams want to match up against. They're going to be tough for anybody.
And shout out to Francisco. Did you guys see that guy from Congo that supposedly just stands there for 90 minutes?
Yeah.
For 90 minutes, just stands there.
Yeah, it's the man. He's the man.
The man. That's the statue. Like, that's
you
wild.
know what? At least he was there, and that they didn't put a curse on us like they put on Harry Kane. Like the Ghana people put on Harry Kane. There's an actual guy.
It's crazy. Yeah. What's going on, man? Now we got sorcery, and then
there's actual witchcraft going on. It was
for sure playing combat events. Sorcery, witchcraft, and we got flying saucers. But you know that crazy ladies that said that in the Brazil game people were going to get abducted, the players were coming down.
They didn't.
No, there was a flying saucer. There was an abduction. The problem is that the Scottish they brought down the saucer. They took over. They were drinking.
Got them drunk.
They kicked the aliens out, and they're somewhere in space driving around drunk now and singing no Scotland, no party. So that's what happened.
For those that aren't aware what we're talking about, apparently this Brazilian, I guess he calls herself a witch.
Psychic. They call it psychic, but I call it psycho.
25 million followers on social media, and she came out and she told everybody during the Brazil-Scotland match, there's going to be 750 people abducted by aliens. I think it's wild that she would, like, you have to be really ballsy to come out and just say that when your thing is that you're a psychic. That's wild. Marketing. No, but it's bad marketing because look, the game finished and nobody got taken.
That's
one way to get ratings.
Good or bad, as long as they're talking about you, you're relevant, man.
I don't know. I feel like this
that's
is
one way for the game to get ratings for sure.
Miss Cleo.
But well, you know what? That's true because my wife was like, "Hey, what time's the Brazil game?" I was like, "Oh God." So yes, I guess to an extent you're right, but I feel like who's gonna take her seriously now?
Who took her seriously before?
25 million people apparently.
Well, I think they're just there for shits and giggles.
They were replaced by doppelgangers. Okay, so they were abducted. They just were replaced.
That's a theory.
That's
an interesting theory. I like that one.
They're
like reptilian. I said, Congo did not put any witchcraft on us, so we're good.
We're blessed, man. We're a blessed country. So
this is second time that Colombia.
En las manos de Dios. En las manos de Dios.
Right.
Second time that Colombia ever wins their first 2 group match games. They did it in 2014. Yeah, now they did it this year. Now they have Portugal. The thing about the Portugal games, luckily they drew with Congo. So now it's win or draw, and we win the group. That's very important. Jorge, you have it in front of you. If we win the group, chances are that we play against who in the round 32?
So according to New York Times, as of something they put up today, or more likely round of 32
Bosnia or Croatia?
No, Croatia or Ghana.
Or Ghana.
Most likely round of 32 opponent.
Ghana's
as
tough.
Of right now. As of right now, because we're up.
Those 2 teams are tough. But you know who's tougher? Colombia.
I agree. Great point, Xavier. But if we lose against Portugal on Saturday, which I don't see, by the way, I think Colombia's looking really good. I can see a draw maybe, but a draw still puts us through to win the group.
Right.
If we end up in second place and we lose to Portugal, what is that looking like?
So that doesn't say.
Okay.
I just-
Second from the
that's
England
all.
group.
That's as
I
best
have
as we
seen
get.
that. I have seen that, and Francisco put it up also. It looks like chances are, if you end up in second, you end up in a round of 32 against England.
That's probably it. Yeah, but they do
Which
give
is
us a round
tough.
of 32 location, whether it be first or second.
This is the
Arsenal's in Miami.
The Colombia Redemption Tour. They're gonna end up against Croatia. They're gonna beat Croatia. They're gonna end up against Argentina. They're gonna beat Argentina. They're gonna end up against England. They're gonna beat England and go to the final.
You know what?
And there's gonna be a flying saucer. There's gonna be a flying
Xavier has
saucer.
the script. Dele, you already know the future.
I'm gonna see what's going on there. She's got 25. She's psycho. She's got 25 million
25
followers.
million,
So
Bobby.
what does that say? What are we doing wrong? We need to start doing something.
What are we doing?
We need to start doing something, dude. 25 million followers for you to say that make up some crazy crap about. We got to start making stuff up.
We did. We said that Colombia's going to win the World Cup.
Well, we didn't make that up. That's gonna happen.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gonna happen. That's
All right.
foreshadowing.
So I've been trying to find right now I saw a path. I'm trying to find where that path is, but I keep just running into pictures of Shakira.
I remember what. No joke. Part of it was that we were supposed to meet Argentina. We were supposed to play England. We were supposed to play in Spain. It was.
I know that the first ending up in the first in the group, you end up against more than likely Argentina in the quarterfinals. That I know.
Right. Mhm.
In the
yes.
if you end up in second, you avoid Argentina altogether, but you end up against England. I want to say France.
Either way, by quarterfinals,
it's a lot harder.
It's a
No, you want to end up first. Yeah, you want to end up first. But the road to glory.
The
is
road to the quarterfinals is much better if you end up first than with you end up second.
Yeah, and you got to get through these big teams. Like if Colombia, remember we mentioned like when we were starting with this whole show that this is the cup where we want them to make a leap. This is if anything's going to happen, it's going to be now, and you will have to do it against these teams, against these top teams. So I'm not worried. Like, whoever
You're going to do it against those top teams in the quarterfinal, maybe the round of 16. But damn, the round of 32 already ending up with like a
Exactly.
top
That's why you
team.
got to end up first.
Yeah, man.
But that's the way it is with Colombia. What was easy? There's nothing ever easy with Colombia. There's nothing ever easy. So
we got Uruguay in the group of 16 last time, and Uruguay I think Uruguay's kind of overrated historically.
But they play us really tough. They play
of
Colombia
course.
really tough. They bang them a lot. But this game, so you say that Suarez to you was a weak point. But let's talk about the guys that stepped up, right? Mojica stepped up his game, played a little bit better than he did his first
Davison
game.
Sanchez, I thought, had a great game.
Davison
The
Sanchez.
back line had a great game altogether.
The two center backs, Davison Sanchez is looking like one of the top center backs, in Europe.
But I've always liked Davison Sanchez. You're the one that always says that we need
Me?
to upgrade.
Oh,
you say we need to upgrade center backs. I love Davison
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
No, what I've told you, and if you recall, I said that, and I mentioned Argentina when they got two elite level center backs, everything changed. That Colombia needs two elite level center backs. If these guys can continue to play at this level, it's a different ball field. I mean, you saw the anticipation, and not just the anticipation, the speed, the strength, and the technique and the quality behind these two guys was fantastic. Yeah. So Daniel Munoz is playing among the best right backs in the world right now. And I'm not even exaggerating.
Is he?
I'm not even exaggerating. He is on paper.
That's his position, but like he's on paper. But I'm like, it's the man. He's almost like a winger at this point.
Right, but
He's
he
a
comes
wingback.
back. He comes. Yeah, exactly.
He's
like
a true wingback.
But that's how they play right now.
Even when they won the
two center backs and then
Crystal
the guys,
Palace. What was it that Crystal Palace won last year? Was it the FA Cup?
Crystal Palace won.
I'm pretty sure he's the one that scored the game-winning goal in that game. Like
he was MVP in the
been
two
playing like that
trophies
for a very long time.
Yeah, no,
He's been playing like that for a while.
After he got injured, and then he came back and he was finding his level again. But before the injury, he was playing at a super high level. Also got injured, working his way back, and now he's up again at a high level. Let me tell you, when we talk all the negativity, Puerta, right? What did he say about him? Remember, you questioned if benching Rios, but this kid's a stud. He bites.
La puerta está cerrada para Richard, bro. That's exactly what it is. He's having a really good.
But he came in. Yeah, they did look good. But Rios came in and played well. Mm-hmm. Rios came in and played well. Gave oxygen. Him and Juanfer. I think one of the things that we mentioned was the coach. Like coming in to the cup, I said, hey, you know what? I feel more comfortable with the coach because I see his decision making, the way he's doing these games looks more improved. And he's shown it in these 2 games. He's been on point with the way that he set up the teams and the subs he made, right? When he put Cucho in Hamilton, bam. Those were what a goal that they scored. And now he puts in Cordoba and he puts in Quintero, and Quintero starts, playing like if he's in his backyard dancing cumbia and stuff, and Cordoba doing his thing, and the team, kept it up and they found a way to get through and score. They should have come.
Quintero had that game-winning assist where Cordoba kind of let the ball go through
it's not just the assist, right? It's the flair behind it, the little flick, and it was a tough getting it in between those 2 guys, Cordoba, and then the finish by Munoz with his left, even though it was deflected. That's why it went in. So of all the shots that the goalie saved, he saved like 6 or 7 like awesome shots. 8. The one that goes in, and this is life and this is football, right? The one that goes in is the one that he was for sure gonna get, and the nips the guy goes in the other direction. So I mean, Colombia earned that game, earned it, especially him, right? He had 3 shots and he earned it.
Yeah, and you said he had 8 blocks. And we don't even count. And I'm talking about Colombia right now. We don't even count. Those are 8 opportunities that were blocked. We don't even count the offsides that took 3 goals back, 2 for Lucho and 1 for Munoz.
It was 2 offsides and then 1 phantom foul.
Which was not a foul here.
It was the softest foul call I've ever seen in my life.
Where's VAR? Where was VAR? Can they use VAR on that one?
Están dormidos. They were asleep. It's too late.
I don't know if they can do that on a foul call.
I don't know, but let me tell you, on a couple of corner kicks, because you can do VAR on corner kicks, a couple of corner kicks that should have been in Colombia's favor were not checked by VAR. And then one that was against Colombia, they did check it and they gave the corner kick to Congo. Yeah, that chip was fantastic.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. The quality,
he did a flip to celebrate, and then started pounding on the ground.
Yeah, the finish, the confidence to do something fantastic like that. We got robbed. Well, we won, but
I think the Munoz one was so close. I wouldn't have gone.
I don't like the arm thing. I'm just upset about the whole arm. I think it's in the rules where if it's not a part, but
if anybody's watching this for the first time, we come on here. We don't just talk about La Selección. We talk about Colombians overseas and wherever they are. We talk about Munoz a lot. We were talking about him in Lerma when they were at Crystal Palace. Talking about Daniel Munoz. If he wasn't 30 years old right now,
is he
chance that he starts getting? Yeah, he's going to be linked to some big clubs if he wasn't 30. I think because he's 30 years old, he won't have Barcelona, Madrid, Man U. He won't have those type of teams looking at him because of his age. I think he might end up at least in Champions League. I want to see him playing in Champions League next year because that's where he deserves to be. He deserves to show off his skills in Champions League, and I hope that somebody comes looking for him that gives him that opportunity because he doesn't deserve to be playing right now on Thursdays for the Europa or whatever the hell. Like I want to see him playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I feel like that's what he deserves, and I really do think that he's playing well enough where somebody's going to come knocking, but I don't think it's going to be one of the top teams just because of his age. He was a late starter, yeah.
His story is fantastic. I mean, his rise and his thing from being, barra brava from Nacional and then, going into, was it I don't remember what the teams he started with, like the small teams, and worked his way up till he ended up with Nacional, and then he got some exposure. it's a great story, right? He's there cheering in the stands, and the next thing he's playing with the team, and now he's in Europe and he's scoring goals in a World Cup. They need to make a movie about this guy, man. We need to make a movie about this guy.
Jorge, we've watched 2 games now. Who has impressed you the most?
It's got to be Puerta.
Okay.
I think that guy is really, he's coming out. I wasn't gonna say Lucho because of course, but if somebody who we did not expect, because let's face it, we all thought Richard Rios was gonna be the one in that starting position alongside Lerma. But the fact that Puerta has taken this position, and made it his own, and he's not gonna give it up. I give kudos where it's due.
Xavier, same question.
I'm gonna go with somebody else, right? Because that's the easy one to say because it's fantastic.
That's why he went with me first.
Yeah. We kind of had our thoughts about him, right? Positive ideas behind him. Puerta Lorenzo got that one right. Surprised all. Not all, man. Not all. You haven't been watching the show. Just kidding. I think that no, really. We've talked about him for a long time.
Yeah.
Since I don't get Puerta, I'm gonna say Davinson. And the reason that's also now you got to pick somebody else, so we can all say somebody different. The reason I say that is because in all top squads, man, you don't have to be the captain as a center back, but you have to be a leader. You have to be a presence, and I feel and I see that presence now. I see the confidence when he's playing. I see the quality, the thought, and the concentration. Like all these things have improved, and he's taken it to a very, very high level. And so I feel that he's become an amazing leader and an amazing player. I think right now he's one of the top center backs in the whole World Cup, and then I'm not even exaggerating because he plays for Colombia. I think the level that he has shown during this tournament so far, it's only 2 games, is what Richard Rios used to be. Richard Rios is still good. He's still good. Davison Sanchez has stepped up. I'm
gonna give you 1.5. John Arias, because I feel like they've been playing him centrally, which I think is new. He's usually out wide right. I think he's played very well. He's always solid.
Good. He does.
Yes. So I think he has been as solid as can be without getting on the stat sheet. If you don't watch the game, you don't even realize, because he does everything, but he does everything subtly. He's just the perfect guy to have on there. Mm-hmm. And my half is Richard Rios. He's not starting. He's not playing much. But I do enjoy that they've asked him about the starting job, and he said, Puerta's playing amazing. That's a good problem for the Prophet to have. We have two good players there. Like, he isn't sulking. He's saying everything with a smile. He's making it look like that locker room is all together. So I say half because he's barely played, but I feel like they're not letting any of this go negatively. Like, he's like, hey, Puerta's playing amazing. That kid is awesome. This is a good thing for la selección. We want there to be competition at the positions. And he said it all with a smile. Amazing. Maybe he's dying inside, but I love the way he responds to those questions. And the fact that everybody's talking about it, I think he did a great job. So I think that the team in general, locker room and on the pitch, is doing good. And all positives here.
The coach. If you're gonna get 1.5, then I'm gonna get 1.5. You just because you're the host doesn't mean you get an extra privilege. So my half is to the coach. He surprised me because he was very negative looked upon, in Colombia by several media outlets and people and stuff. And like I said, I see his progression and I seen the last few games and now these first 2 games in the World Cup. He's been sharp. He's made the right calls. He's made the right moves. Why he put Pucho and Capaz, he explained the reason he put those 2 guys in, and then he read this game and he's and his thought process was, I need this, and he pulled James. It's very important that he pulled him early. It was
58th minute,
which is fantastic. I think is more than enough. Because Quintero showed that he should be playing more, right? I'm not saying that he should start or whatever, because I think James is one of those guys that he plays better when he starts than coming off the bench. And Quintero can do, magic coming off the bench. So my half is to the coach, and that wasn't expected before the cup, and it's happening. And I hope he continues to be eliminated, making the correct decisions and making the right reads for the team.
Oda, you want a quick half or no?
I mean, you got to go Dani Munoz, right? Even though it's not really a half.
Yeah, no, that's two right there.
He's challenging Hakimi to be one of the best right backs in the country, or probably in the world.
James was good. He was all right. He was better than the last game, right? So
yeah,
and
he had
hopefully
a solid shot from outside the box.
That would have been a nice. Yeah.
Boy, would have gone in.
Mm-hmm. So let's see if that's the trend, right? If he continues to trend up, because you look at the guys we mentioned. You mentioned.
It's so funny. It's so funny because he only used 3 subs. Like it's like, I think when was it last game he used all 5, and this one he only used 3. I mean, like, is it one of those that like he didn't realize he went with what was rolling and he just
or the timing just didn't work
out? It was still a tight game.
I think he analyzed and he thought that was it. Falcao was opponent for TV and said that Juanfer was football champagne. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's part of the Colombian. Like us as Colombians, not only do we enjoy winning or playing, but you enjoy the beauty, right?
The beautiful game.
So you enjoy the flair, the theatrics, making it interesting, and Juanfer does that. Does that. But you guys, one thing you mentioned, John Arias, what a player, right? Sanchez, what a player. Munoz, what a player. Puerta. We're mentioning, and now we're mentioning guys that are playing at a very high level for Colombia. So this is why the team is doing so much more, because now we got some guys that are doing big things.
I'm going to tell you where my 2 worries are. My worries are in the bookends, the keeper and the striker. Everything in between I'm happy with. But the striker position, I'm not very, like Luis Suarez to me is, I'm just not feeling it. And then
you need somebody
Camilo Vargas has some big saves, pero you saw what he did against
the first game. Yeah, the first game he wasn't sharp.
I blanked on who it was against already, but Uzbekistan. You saw that the way that they gave up that goal, that was ridiculous. You can't do that. And Portugal no va a perdonar eso. They're not. So we got to be on it. I mean, I think Ronaldo's past his prime, but he could still put 1 or 2 on you. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll be back before Saturday's game just to give a quick preview. We'll have a better idea of the way things are positioning, even though our opponent is probably going to be either England, Croatia and Ghana, and they all play 2 hours before our game on Saturday. So we're not going to know exactly what it's looking like, but we'll know what a lot of the other bracket looks like. So we'll know what the path looks like. So that'll be interesting. So we'll probably be back maybe on Friday if you guys are available. Come back on Friday to talk about that. And it should be interesting. And by the way, I looked, and as of right now, the team that ends up in second place, the path is predicted to be England, Spain, France. That is the path as of right now for whoever ends up in second place.
First place or bust.
Yeah, you need to at worst draw that game on Saturday.
Killer.
Again.
But no. Honestly, though. Yeah, look, if we either draw or win, it's gonna give us the validity that this team needs. Porque everybody's gonna be like, oh, you only beat Congo and Uzbekistan. You can't do it against the big dogs.
Who cares?
I don't care.
If you give me scrubs all the way to the final, and
I know, look at the
and
Knicks.
I lift the trophy at the end. You know what? Fair enough.
The Knicks are destroying the city, and they beat nobodies all the way to the finals. So, and they're not complaining. That's what teams do.
What are the
Give me the easiest path.
Yeah. The road of least resistance.
Absolutely. If you're watching for the first time, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll be back before Saturday's match. If you're listening on audio, please 5 stars and a comment. Like I said, like and subscribe, and we'll be back. So until the next one, have a good one.